I tried to find ones that are very well known, just so that we can talk about what they mean and go over them. So I think that's Oshray. All right, I'm going to try let's try to present and see if this is big enough for you guys. How does that look?
Better.
That looks good.
Okay. So growing up at my shul as a kid, I hated this prayer. I hated the tune. It was like a funeral dirge, and I was in the choir and I hated singing it. But then I came to my adult shul and I really liked, I don't love the melody, but I appreciate it as an adult for what it is. Unatana Tokef. Is this one you sing, Elaine?
Yes, and that I was just thinking, that's when I know the high holidays are here. I mean, it's one that and Kol Nidre, and probably a bunch of the ones we sing on Rosh Hashanah as well. But and I got used to this melody. It is unusual, and it's challenging for a choir member.
So I think the one our choir sings, our director wrote.
Oh, okay.
I'm not positive.
We sing, I believe we sing the traditional one.
How does that traditional one go?
Unatane Tokef Kiddusha Ad Hayom. That's the alto part.
Okay, I've not heard that one. So I think we must do one our director wrote. So I figured we could take turns. How about if we take turns reading each line? So when you get to the end, somebody else will pick up. So it's not so much for each person. So and then we'll read it in English because it's a pretty powerful prayer. Would anyone love to start today?
I'll start.
All right, Ruth.
Well, you know, it's on its own. It's a given.
Yeah.
Kedushat ha yom ki hu nora ve'ayom.
Good.
Uvo.
All right. Somebody want to pick up?
I will.
Okay, Karen.
Tinase malchutecha v'yichon v'chesed kisecha v'teshev alav be'emet. Oh,
Good job. You should hear some words that sound familiar to you, like chesed, emet.
Mhm.
You know the high holidays are coming when you hear those. Next line.
I'll do that.
Holly?
Emet ki ata hu dayan umo ki ha.
This is a hard one. Switch the sounds of the chet and the chaf.
Umo ki ha.
This is a hard one. Umo hi ach.
Ki ah.
Umo hi, because there's no dot, and then the chet with the is a at the end is a ach. Umo hi ach.
V'yo da'a va'ed v'kotain. V'kotev.
The choktev. Good job. Do you want to keep going to the end of to the period?
V'kotain for so fair. Umonet for tis kur. Kal hanis kachot.
Hanish kachot.
Hanis kachot.
Good job. That's the end of the sentence. Would someone like to pick up after that?
Debbie, would you
Yes.
keep your cursor near the word when we go, please?
Yes,
Thank you.
I've been trying. Sorry. Would someone like to go next? I'll jump in. V'tif tach et sefer hazihronot ume'elav yikaret vehotam yad kol adam bo. Not a really lot of long words in that one, but I think that's going to change. Someone like to pick up on the second paragraph?
I'll give it a try.
All right, Susan.
The shofar,
Yeah,
but I don't know if I got the first two letters.
you
right.
did. Uva shofar. Good job.
Okay, gosh, I'm all stuck already here.
Come on, you can do it.
Star, no,
It's a gimel.
it's a gimel, okay. Gadol,
Uh-huh.
gadol. Yitachai,
Yitaka.
itacha,
Ka. It's a kuf. Yitaka.
okay. Yikol,
Mhm.
Vakol. Dam, no.
You got this. You were right. Yeah.
Damama,
The mama.
damama. Never heard that word before.
Me either.
Deka, vaka, no, deka,
The ka. It's a kaf.
deka.
Just daka. Like said daka. Daka.
Just, okay, deka,
Daka.
deka,
Daka.
daka.
No. Da. And
Okay,
ka.
daka, daka.
Daka. There you go.
Yishmay,
Take it apart. Do one letter at a time.
Yishma.
There you go.
Okay,
Great.
Okay,
Next,
continue
someone
for-
pick up.
okay.
I can go again.
Thanks, Karen. We're going to have to go many times.
Oh, okay. Umalachim yecha zun
Yeah.
bechil urada yochezun be'omru.
Look at that one more time.
Yeah, beyomru.
There you go.
Okay. Hine yom hadin. Oh, more? Oh.
Yeah. Till the period.
Oh, I can't pretend that's a period. Okay.
No, you can't. It's a comma, but good try.
I'll keep going. Okay. Leave code al tzeva marom badin ki lo yizku va'enecha badin.
Great job. It's a lot of words in here that I've never heard before.
Yeah.
We're on the fourth line from the bottom. Would anybody like to try?
I'll pick up.
Okay, Ruth.
Vekol ba'e olam ya'av ron
Yeah, rune. So,
run
yeah.
ya'av run
Mhm.
le deged
Yeah, you got it.
lefanecha kivanane maron.
Good job.
Oh, I got a period. I don't have to keep reading.
You have a period. Lucky you. You picked well.
Where are we? I'm kind of lost. I'm sorry.
We are on the fourth row after the period.
Oh, okay.
Anybody want to take that one?
I'll do that.
All right, Holly, it's a long one.
No, I'm sorry, I volunteered.
No,
Ron.
if you want someone to pick up, just say pick up.
Okay.
or
Kavak.
popcorn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Roe. Edro. Ma'avir. Sono. Tahat. Sifto.
Check
Okay.
out that first letter.
Shiv.
Got it.
To.
Great.
Ain. Ta'avir. Fatish. Kor.
Try it again.
Fatish.
That's
Oh,
a
pour.
samech. The teaspor.
Tishpur.
No shin, it's a samech. The teaspor.
Fatim ne. Fatif. Code. Nefesh. Kal. Ha.
Chai.
Hi. Tot. Tof.
That's a hard one. Vitach toch.
Oh,
A lot of throat clearing there.
Tof.
now
Kish.
I know. what it was.
Laval. Bariya.
Hold on, go back to that lamed word. Right here.
I don't see your cursor really.
No, we don't see. it.
Second to two words before the second to last line. Starts with the lamed,
Call.
the whole.
Recall. Okay. Bariya. Fatif Tov. Et. Gadal. Dina.
Careful. It's not a dalid.
Oh, Gazal.
Gazar.
Gazal. Divam.
Say that again.
Divam.
D, it's a nun.
Dinam.
Dinam. Good job. In our version, it is really strong at the end. They et gazar dinam. So let's see. I have a feeling that I don't think I got all the English on here. Oops. Let me check something real quick because I think that we are missing some English. So I will read you. We'll have somebody read it and then I will read the ending part. Would someone like to read this in English?
I am not surprised. I will be
All
glad.
right,
to do that.
Elaine.
I'm just not functioning well, and I haven't looked at the Hebrew for 3 weeks, and it's
Well, go.
clear from this last reading that I need to go back to it. Okay, Unatana Tokef, the sacred power of the day. Let us speak of the sacred power of this day, profound and awe-inspiring. On it, your sovereignty is celebrated, and your throne, from which you rule in truth, is established with love. Today, truly, you are judge and prosecutor, expert and witness, completing the indictment, bringing the case, and enumerating the counts. You recall all that is forgotten and will open the book of remembrance, which speaks for itself, for our own hands have signed the page. The great shofar will be sounded and the still small voice will be heard. Angels will be alarmed, seized with fear and trembling, declaring, this very day is the day of judgment. For even the hosts of heaven are judged. No one is innocent in your sight. All that lives on earth will pass before you like a flock of sheep. As a shepherd examining the flock, making each sheep pass
Under the staff so that you will review and number and count, judging each living being, determining the fate of everything in creation, inscribing their destiny. Which, I don't know about you, but when you're a kid, teenager, this is pretty overpowering.
I was so good between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. I just remember everything was done with the idea of being in that book of life. And to a certain extent today, I try to live my life all year round, but to a certain extent today, you know, in the last few years as well, I still approach that with concern. And part of it, I'm sure, is my age and my health and that sort of thing. but all you can do is do the best you can.
Right.
I did not like the Book of Life whole concept growing up. I just thought that was, I can't believe that, God determines on that, at that night, who's going to live and who's going to die. Like, so I don't really share that with my students who are 5, 6, and 7, because I think it's a little scary. Terry, I'm sorry, I didn't have you on my window. I was not ignoring you, I didn't have my window open all the way. So you get to do some reading next.
Well, the one thing I want to get back to the
Yeah.
the day of life and death. I always wondered how God could get around to every single house, every single person, and every single animal on one night. And then I was talking to a friend of mine who is Christian, and she says it's the same way Santa Claus does it. So I mean, I don't mean to be
No, but
but it just was.
Santa Claus has elves. I guess God has angels.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay, good. Thank you, Ruth. I like that. But it was just, and this was years ago, and I think of it every so often because I'm still friends with her. And it was just sort of, we've talked religion, she's Catholic, and we've talked religion, and we've talked everything under the sun and politics and so on. But that one thing, I was just sort of musing. It was, right around Yom Kippur. And she looked at me, and I guess it's just, she'd never heard particularly that that's what happens on Yom Kippur, specifically in the way we're discussing it. And she says, it's just like Santa Claus does. So the only difference is I believe in God, and I'm not sure she still believes in Santa Claus.
Good point.
I think Christians still believe in the idea of Santa Claus after, a fashion, in a way,
Well,
hope and faith and, just.
Well, I never liked this prayer. And then my rabbi, when we came to the shul, just felt it was so powerful. And then hearing it with a different tune made a difference. So it is very, very, I'll have to go back and put in the rest of the reading.
What is the tune that you use, Debbie?
Unatan tokef kedushat hayom, ki hu nora ve'ayom. I don't sing in the choir, but they do this part when they go do 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 shofar gadol. So it's,
I haven't heard that.
I think he wrote it. That's why, because the choir director wrote it.
I've been a member of conservative and reform congregations, and have attended Chabad once and Orthodox several times, but not necessarily the high holidays. I've attended both conservative and reform, and I've not heard that.
Well, if I get a hold of it, I'll send it to you. It's really
Yeah, that
beautiful.
would be interesting. I'll send it to I'll share it with our country.
Now, this one I know you all are familiar with, Kol Nidre. So I feel like it's good for us to read it. So when you're trying to follow along or singing it, you are familiar with it. Terry, would you like to start us off?
Well, the first two are easy, Kol Nidre.
I love that.
They saw?
Yep.
Really?
Ve'esa, and you need to put the ending on.
Sarev?
Just Ray. That's a
Ray.
yud.
Sare. Okay.
Mhm.
The hooray.
Take it sound by sound. Va,
Ha.
va,
Ray. Ra.
ra.
Hara.
And the last one.
May.
There you go.
Goodness. Okay. Ra. Ko. Na. Na. Me. May.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Let's take that first letter. It's a vav.
va,
That's a chet. Sorry, a chaf.
aha, vaha,
Check the
Vah.
vowel.
vahu,
The he,
vahi, ooh.
the he, new,
New,
and the ending.
yay,
Yes, good job.
va, vaku,
Look at the vowel, the
vaka. Is that
One
just
dot.
dot? Is that a dot?
just one dot.
Okay, vaki. New. Yo,
The
no,
he new
yes. Oh,
say.
Inu. Ace,
The key new say.
Bikinu say, oh,
Good job. And if I made her read to the period, it would be all the way at the end. So we won't do that. Would someone like to pick up the next sentence? We'll just go line by
Tell us-
line.
For those of us that are getting lost again, could you tell us where we're at, please?
Yes, we are now. You are not seeing my cursor?
No,
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 no.
That is
no,
so
haven't-
No,
weird. I
we're not
wonder.
seeing your cursor for some reason. I
All
think.
right,
'cause
let's
you're in-
try it this way. Oops. There you are. Let me try it, not presenting it as a slideshow. Can you see my cursor now?
yes.
Yes, but it's
Okay.
very, the printing is so small.
Right, I'm gonna blow it up, but I'm thinking it was because I don't know why it would do that. Is that better?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Do you need it bigger?
Yes,
A little bit.
Let's
you
see if I
can.
can make it bigger.
you did before.
You just did.
I know, I'm seeing if I can get it. Oh, a little bit too.
Whoa,
Too big.
Oh,
ginormous.
Little smaller.
How's that?
That's good.
Good,
All right, we're on the second line.
thank you.
I'll read.
Thanks, Ruth.
Us, ush, the,
Oosh, you were right.
okay. Us, the, vu, oat.
Good job.
Din, da, dar, na.
Good.
Ud, e, s, ta. Does that run together?
Ood ish.
Ish. Ud, ish, ta, ba, na.
Yep.
Ud, a, cha, re, mi, na.
One more time for that one.
Ud, a, cha, re, rim, na.
Good job. Third line. I'll take that one. Veda asarna al naf sha ta na miyom kippurim ze ad yom. Fourth line.
I'll do that.
Thanks, Holly.
Kippurim haba alenu Lesova Latova
There you go.
Ulko
Try it again.
Cool Home
Cool hone. There you go.
Iha Rat Na Fahone.
Good job. Line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll try it.
Okay, thank you.
Hulhon,
Mm-hmm.
Yahon,
Good.
Sharon,
Yeah.
Shahikeen,
What's the second letter?
Cuff,
That's a vet.
Tevet. Okay, I get them. I
Try
don't
that
know.
word again.
Shavachin,
Put the dot under the vet.
the dot under the vet is E, right?
Good. Put the whole thing together.
Shavichin,
That's a kuf. Chevy keen.
Keen,
Mm-hmm.
Shavichin,
Good job.
okay. So lean,
So close. Look at the vowel under the tet.
okay. Tay,
Put it together.
Biche, lean,
Yeah.
Who, Saline,
One more time. Uh-huh.
and that's a vet,
You got it.
Celine,
Vu, vu Talin.
Vutaline.
Good job. Someone
Okay.
want to pick up second to last line? Someone we haven't heard from in a while?
Okay.
I'll take it if nobody wants it.
I'll take it if no one wants it. I just want to give everybody else a chance.
Okay,
I'll
ahead.
struggle through.
You got it.
Lasa, reen,
Check out that first sound.
sha,
There
reen,
we- Mhm.
vela, ka, yamin, need, ra, na, la, need, ray, esa, ra, na, la.
Last line. Anybody want it?
I'll do it.
Okay, Karen.
Okay. SRA Ushbu Achana La Shavu Ot. Oh,
Nice job, ladies. Not as, the words are like consistent, long, but similar sounding on the line. So I'm assuming you all probably do a similar tune. Kol nidre ve'asare v'harame ve'konome ve'chinuye. Anybody do something different? I think it's pretty
Been doing
standard.
that one since I was about 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And the neatest one was, I don't know if, well, actually, all of us should know who Eddie Fisher is. And one year he sang it with us instead of the cantor.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
so we do the three, we've always done three. In our synagogue now, we have a cellist who's actually internationally known, and I didn't know that. She's local and a really nice lady, and she plays it on the cello. And she's done it
Oh,
for as
nice.
long as I can remember. And then the cantor does it with sort of a backup of the choir, and then the choir does it. So we do it 3 times in that order.
Wow. A
Yeah.
cellist, that would be beautiful.
Oh, she's incredible. When I first started worshiping at B'nai Israel, which was 30 some years ago, we had a violinist. And then I can't remember when Susan started, but she's been there at least 15, 20 years. And she comes every time. I know she practices once with the pianist or with our accompanist once. And she's just a real nice lady and an excellent cellist. I'm not a fan of string music, but I could listen to her all day and have attended some of her concerts. So
Thank you. Just out of curiosity, is anybody having a live choir at their shul?
We never have a choir. We haven't had one for about 20 years, I don't think.
We started rehearsing social distancing sort of in June. And 2 weeks ago, they came and said, next week, bring all your books and be prepared to do all the things we didn't record individually last year because we're going to non-live. And we did that 2 weeks ago, and we haven't had any meetings or doing it. They're going to be, I guess, putting us up on the screen and doing the recordings.
Us too. Anybody else having live? You are,
Yeah.
Karen?
But last year we did the same thing, Elaine. The cantor had 3 other people doing various things, and that was kind of like the choir. But this year we're actually going to be in shul, which will be interesting.
With the choir?
No choir.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not sure, actually, because, we've gotten emails and, they've gone back to everyone who comes has to be vaccinated and we'll have to wear masks. And that's where we're at. And that's in Florida. And we have to social distance unless we're in one family or we're in a pod or, so I honestly don't know. It'll be very interesting to see
Well,
what.
my husband got asked what they should do, and because it's been so hot here, you can't have the older people practicing outside. And finally, I didn't even know they made the decision, but they're just going to use the videos from last year. So our cantor and we have a girl who's my daughter's age who also sings. So our rule is that if you're on the bima at the podium by yourself, you can unmask. It's far enough of a distance so everybody can hear you and understand you. But anytime that there's more than one person, like at the Torah reading table, everybody's masked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went back to masking a few weeks ago in the school. They just put up a plastic shield in front of the rabbi's podium. So if you're there, when he's standing there, he takes his mask off. But other than that, when you're on the bima, I'm going to be sitting on the bima for Rosh Hashanah. The sisterhood takes turns sitting on the bima during high holy days. I'm sitting Rosh Hashanah from 1:30 to, we split our service. We split it into 2 services. So we're doing an 8 to 11 and a 12 to 3 on the first day of Rosh Hashanah and on Yom Kippur. And originally they were going to have 3 sections, and you had to pick which section of the shul you wanted to sit in. And originally, before they went back to everybody masking, you could be in the main sanctuary unmasked and not necessarily socially distanced. Then there was a section where you optionally wore your mask and you would be socially distanced. And then if you were unvaccinated, we're not requiring proof of vaccination, but if you were not vaccinated, they were asking you to sit all the way in the back, or if you had small children, to sit all the way in the back and be socially distanced and masked. So
Where are
It's
you
amazing.
from, Susan?
pardon me,
Where are you from? What state?
New Jersey.
It's just amazing how it's changed just in the last few weeks, how, let's hope that we're not doing this next year.
Yeah, God willing, we're not doing this next year.
Would someone like to read the Kol Nidre in English? Elaine, I'm going to give it to you.
Oh, I can barely hold my head up right now, but we'll do it. All vows, renunciation, bans, oaths, formulas of obligation, pledges, and promises that we vow or promise to ourselves and to God from this Yom Kippur to the next, may it approach us for good. We hereby retract, may they all be undone, repealed, canceled, voided, annulled, and regarded as neither valid nor binding. Our vows shall not be considered vows, our renunciations shall not be considered renunciations, and our promises shall not be considered promises.
I
Thank
think
you.
the only word we're missing is delete.
Delete.
Yeah. I never.
We don't
quite
have that on our,
I
God
never
didn't have
quite
that on
understood-
God's keyboard. But it is, go ahead.
I never quite understood this because we make all these promises and then we retract them. And then we have to make them all over again? Is that the
But it's
idea?
only the ones to God. It's only the ones to God.
Okay,
So basically, if you didn't fulfill it, now's your time to withdraw it and start over.
Okay, okay, all right, if we didn't fulfill it, okay.
I mean, I think
I've
it's a
always
pretty,
thought that-
go ahead,
sorry.
Elaine.
I've always thought that this should be recited in English as well as the, Kol Nidre. Because I'm not, first of all, you can read the English in the prayer book, but most people do not, for what I've discovered. And I think that some of the ones that we do in Hebrew should be acknowledged for what they mean, even if you're not saying read the whole thing. It says what this does is we are released from God for obligations to him, so you've got a new start. It sort of ties in with the 8 days of repentance and being signed in the book of life. So, oh God, I'm going to lose weight. I'm released from that, but I want to start over again and still try. Oh God, I promise to cut my trees when they're supposed to be cut. Or I promise to be nicer to my sister or brother or mother or father, aunt or uncle. And what it does is give you a clean start for the new year.
Mhm.
Isn't it amazing, though, that we have a holiday that is ordained, that recognizes that we're human and we're going to make mistakes and gives us a time to do it, to apologize. It's like it's built in that we're human. And I always question, I talked about this on Makom B'Yachad, if we're made in the image of God and we are given this opportunity to nullify our oaths and mistakes, if we're made in God's image, does God make mistakes? Just wondering. So I think we have, this is our last one, Ashamnu. I'm sure you are familiar with it, the one where you beat your chest. Just like Ashrei, Susan, it is in alphabetical order, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Daled, no Hey, which I don't know why, no Vav, no Zayin, and it's two Daled, solid, two Daleds, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samech, Ayin, Pei, Tzadi, Kuf, Resh, Shin, Taf.
You just reminded me of Debbie Friedman's song, and I never noticed this. I've sung this first for I don't know how long, and I never noticed that it was in alphabetical order.
It is.
Yeah.
Would someone like to start us off at the top with Ashamnu?
I will.
Thanks, Holly.
Ashamnu, Bagadnu, Gadalnu,
Check that second letter.
Ga, Ozalnu,
There you go.
Dibarnu, Dofi.
Good, you got into the Anu. You got
What
into
was
the
that
rhythm.
last one?
Tell me
Oh,
again,
no,
Holly.
I got it. I was looking at the wrong.
Sophie, right?
Dofi.
Yeah.
Does someone want to take the second line? I'll
Take it.
try it. You go for it, Susan.
No, it's all right, go ahead, Bruce.
No, Susan,
I'm
you
just-
do it. You do it. I'll take the next one.
Okay. Hey. Ranu,
That's a Vav. It's got a dot under it, but it's not very easy to see. V.
Vinu,
Yeah.
Vihi, Rasha, Anu,
Yep.
Anu,
Vehir Shanu.
Vihir, Shanu,
Uh-huh.
Videnu,
That's a
No.
Zayin.
oh, Zanu,
So
Zan-
close. Put the Dalet next to it.
Zay,
Ah, Za,
Danu,
Zadnu.
Zadnu. Oh, I
There
know
you
it.
go.
If I'd see the transliteration, I would know it.
Of course. That's why I don't have it.
Hamsanu, Hamasanu,
Hamasanu, good.
Hamasnu, Safalanu, Lanu,
Tafalnu.
Afalnu, Sheker.
Good. Notice the
Remember.
anu, 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 anu.
Anu, right.
It's
right.
keeping going. Ruth, you want the next one?
Sure. Yaaznu ra kizavunu la.
It's
No?
so it's just kizavnu.
Keys.
Well, I guess it's technically kizavanu, but yeah. Sorry.
Is it silent? No, maybe not.
Kizav, yes, because it's two vowels in a row, so it'd just be kizavnu.
Kizavnu. Those always are tricky.
Yeah.
Laznu maradnu ni aznu.
Good. More news are coming your way. Who wants it next?
I'll
Okay,
do
Karen.
it. Okay. Sararnu, Binu, Pashanu, Sararnu, Kishinu, Oref. Oref?
Nice. Oh, ref, yep. Anybody want this?
Wait, should you use that second to last word again, please?
Kishinu,
Kishinu. Okay, thanks.
oh, ref. Anybody want it? The last line on that paragraph?
I'll try it.
Go for it, Rotary. That's the spirit.
Rashanu,
Mm-hmm.
Sha, Ha, Tanu,
Look at the vowel under shin. It's one dot.
She, Hanu,
She hot. There's a tub in
Yeah.
there.
right. She Hanu,
Mm-hmm.
T, Vav, Tia, Vavnu,
Tiavanu. Yep.
Avenue, T, Yanu,
Switch those vowels around.
T,
Starts with ta.
Ta, what's under the
That's an I. That's a one dot E.
one dot? Okay. Ta, E, Vanu,
Ta, you had it. Ta, E,
E, Vanu,
just ta, E, nu. That's a nun.
Ta, Inu,
Yeah.
T,
It's a tricky looking word. The ions are silent.
T, Te,
Ta, to ah underneath there.
Ta, Nu.
Good, Titanu. All right, getting to the end of the Ashamnu here. I'll take a line. Sarnu, mi meets votecha. Oh, this is sorry. This is not part of it. Something different. So, so that is the Ashamnu. So let's see what we just said. You up for it, Elaine?
Sure. This is a shorter confession. And
This is the
one
shorter
that
one,
we
yeah.
start, you know, we do the,
The other one is al hate shechatanu, and it's much longer.
we abuse, we betray, we are cruel, we destroy, we embitter, we falsify, we gossip, we hate, we insult, we jeer, we kill, we lie. We mock, we neglect, we oppress, we pervert, we quarrel, we rebel, we steal, we transgress, we are unkind, we are violent, we are wicked, we are extremists, we yearn to do evil, we are zealous for bad causes. And I noticed that they translated it alphabetically, even though I don't believe that those are the words in Hebrew, at least not
Oh.
in that order.
I was thinking that same thing, like how in the world do those correlate? I'm wondering if they found like a synonym, like instead of we kill, it might have been murder or
Yeah.
That's
need
a really
someone-
good observation,
Well,
Elaine.
I
the
don't
other thing
know.
on
Yeah.
that is that we are extremists. I suspect that in the 50s or 60s, that would not have been the translation. Extremists, I don't think that that word was used, at least that I can remember, and I was at Berkeley in the 60s. You may have been called a lot of things, but extremist was not in use as it is
It
today.
was not in the vernacular at that time, no.
Well, interestingly, if you look here, and I've heard this before, in the second line, Hamas knew. That word Hamas is where the word for the terrorist organization Hamas comes from.
Yeah,
And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's hate. So their name is connected to the word hate, which is very sad.
It is-
Um,
can somebody do the tune? Because I'm curious, I know the tune to this by heart, because I've done it, so many
Go
times.
for it. Elaine, do you feel up to doing it?
Do you have a transliteration? Because I'm not interpreting.
Not
it.
on me. Ashamnu, Bagadnu.
Okay, so everybody uses that?
We
Okay.
do Asamru,
Ikarnu
Bagadu.
Dofi.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay,
Yeah,
ay, ay, ay. Does anybody use something different?
Da, 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 da.
Right, that's
And-
the tune.
But we never did for years. I mean, I don't, the lie, 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 lie. I can't remember when it introduced, but when I was growing up and singing in choirs, we just did the original version without the lie, 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 lie.
I guess it helps people who, they at least can sing the lies.
Yeah,
Well, I hope that this is just getting you into the spirit of the high holidays. And wish we could be together. And, I wish you guys all a happy and safe high holidays.